before I used to spend a great deal of my time trying to be perfect, trying to please everybody, trying to be there for everybody, trying to do the right thing. And I always try and do the right thing. Like now that I've been reaching this sort of really this centered level, it is a lot less about reaching out to others, unless it unfolds that way. I'm not deliberately reaching out to make sure that my friendship is okay with everybody. There's not that need of external validation. It's not that you're not still sending caring, compassionate thought waves out to the universe towards them, but there's no compulsion to contact anyone while I'm in this state. It's not like it's a permanent thing. It's just, it feels like right now I'm in this place of dealing with what is right in front of me in the moment. So not looking for validation, actually not looking for anything except doing my own inner work on what is surrounding me right now. So it takes a lot of the pressure away. And I understand that some people may, because they're still running a different program than I'm running right now, may be sending me waves of fuck you. You don't care. I feel it. I feel that is happening sometimes. I don't want to disturb it because there is so much going on in my life right now, at home especially, and not so much at work, but there's still issues at work that I'm evolving from, growing from, expanding through. And because it's all inner work, because if I'm feeling it, then it's something in me that is reflected back at me that, you know, is it justified that I'm feeling this way, or is it something that I need to change? And if it is something I need to change, what is it? And it is something that I need to change because I'm feeling it. If I'm feeling negative, I should say. I'm trying to discover the truth, even though I'm surrounded by chaos, all these other people's confusions, all other people's conflicts and stuff like that. And I'm like, how can I balance myself so that I'm balancing my outer world? And it's trying to not cause disturbance, but still remain me. And I'm still very much interested in the mysteries of the universe. I'm still very much curious as to what it is I've been communicating with, and also why it tells me not to tell anyone. And I get it in a way. I get it in a way because it is disturbing for other people who is not experiencing the same as me. Just as if I encountered someone who was experiencing something that I wasn't experiencing, which I probably do every single day. And how can you understand until you understand? You know what? I saw a Facebook news feed, in something in my news feed today, one of my friends, I don't know this guy, he's just someone I follow, who's very spiritual, but usually over the top for me, right? But today, he had a humbling post on there, in that he said, you know, he never had compassion for people who had, you know, problems with their insides. You know, he had compassion if they had an accident, he had a compassion if, you know, something happened to their family member or pet or something like that, but he didn't have compassion for people who had intestinal issues or, you know, problems with their internals, because he always, as his version of a spiritual being, thought that it was something that they were doing to themselves that was the cause of it, and therefore he found it difficult to find true compassion for them. However, now life is giving him the same symptoms, and he's having some kind of internal issue, and now he has compassion for those who he previously didn't have compassion for, about the, you know, the pain and hurt and suffering that they were going through with their insides being not healthy. And I guess what I'm learning from that is that it is kind of the same thing, is that unless you have walked in somebody else's shoes, you don't have the experience, you have not explored that before, you don't have the experience to have compassion or to have understanding about what they're going through. And it is the same of all of us. where am I going with this? I guess I'm just saying we just have to work with what's in front of us, but not change the truth of who you are. Like, speak from the heart, speak from your truth, but not put on any false fronts. But there is a way to have humility, but realize that a lot of people, they're exploring a different perspective right now. And from the perspective that they're exploring this life through, it may be different to yours. And understand that your perspective is different than theirs. And through that understanding, it's not about, getting out the megaphone and saying this is how to win life, when we're all currently exploring the perspective that we feel is best for us at the moment. And that is the way for harmony, is appreciating the diversity of the perspective that people are exploring in the moment, encouraging harmony, because we feel from our depths that this is maybe not even why we're here, but there's a strong sense of that we're here with others to unite with them. They are our companions, they are our family, our community, our society, our world. And it's sort of not trying to make everything perfect, because understanding that we are exploring these different perspectives, but we can try and harmonize with what we have going on right in front of us as our greatest teachers. And then it's basically doing the inner work. And I feel like this isn't even at base foundation level where I'm at. I'm 40 and I feel like I'm not even at base foundation level, in that I'm still learning, because I'm always going through a cycle. And I don't know if Earth is a cycle that is just full of coming to terms with that tranquility and disturbance, that this is what we're learning here, but there's probably infinite things that we're here for. Like, maybe some of us are learning that and some of us are learning different things, but I don't know, it just seems strongly, either maybe it's just beneficial, maybe it's just beneficial to me right now in this cycle that I learn tranquility and disturbance as a main theme for this cycle. And that when I reach that, I will find out whether it serves me or not. Right now, it's serving me. I'm really becoming more balanced. I'm really becoming more peaceful. And I'm also really becoming confused. And I don't mean confused like I used to with the whole, when I was completely absorbing everything that I could learn about the mysteries of the universe, anything that I didn't know, and I was just absorbing that non-stop, and absorbing all the natural healing stuff, and absorbing all the conspiracy stuff, and absorbing all that stuff, and trying to do something about it. And then now I've come to a spot where it would feel like, outsiders would see like, she's given up. And yet I feel like I'm doing more for humanity in this cycle by learning to deal with my own shit and take responsibility for my own woes that I put out into the world than when I was writing books and creating courses and creating communities and things like that. I feel like I need to do this first, and then we'll see what life unfolds. If I even get to that in this lifespan, I don't even know. Maybe this is for the rest of my life, or maybe I get there sooner rather than later, and I can do a lot by uniting and harmonizing with others who want to do something to harmonize and unite with others. Now I'm just babbling, aren't I? I think it's coffee time.